Well, it seems that somebody has gotten a visit from Karma, and I can't say that I'm too sad about it. But if you want to know what's going on with Mr. Derek Chauvin here, please continue watching. This infamous photo right here was taken on May 25th, 2020, and I like to refer to it as the moment in the photo that changed the world. The cop that you see on your right with the shades on his head is Mr. Derek Chauvin. That is the man that we will be talking about in this video. Now, if many of you don't know, Mr. Chauvin was recently stabbed. I believe it was either on Thursday or today, which would be Friday at the time of this video. So it would be the day after Thanksgiving. I think he was stabbed either one of those days, but it is listed right now that he is in critical condition, and there were life-saving measures to that were taken to save his life. And I think that, sometimes we all want justice when we want it, or we want Karma to do what she would normally do, but we have to wait on these things. And this particular thing here in his situation with him being stabbed, I can't say I'm too sad about it, seeing as what he did to George Floyd on May 25th, 2020. That is when he stood on his neck And Mr. Floyd kept telling him, hey, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And he was still just had his knee on his neck, and that is what you see here. So I can't say that I'm too broken up about this man possibly not living through his injuries. I actually wish that I could shake the person's hand and tell them thank you who, made this happen. But that's just the human part of me. But, I guess karma comes when she wants to come and collect the debt. And I think this is what was, intended to happen. So, as many of you know, he was in an Arizona federal prison, and I think it is a low level security prison, so it's not like a super max or anything. And he was stabbed by this inmate on Friday, like I said, which is today, the day after Thanksgiving, at this prison, and he was seriously injured in the attack. And this was around 12:30 p.m. I think that, whoever this person was, they probably knew who he was, and they just, took their time and laid low and waited. And I guess when when they saw that he finally got comfortable, they did what they felt they had to do. And I can't lie, even though it's, kind of hard on one end to say that, he, should have been, I guess, well enough to serve out his sentence. I have to say that the other part of me is like, to the person that did this, even though it's not right, I feel like to the person that did this, good job on you. You did what you were supposed to do. Lured him into a false sense of security. And when he got comfortable and maybe started feeling like he couldn't be touched, then that's when they got him. And I'm not, sad about it. I'm actually happy about it. I just really wish I could know what happened to lead up to this. Like, did he, besides the point of him why he's in that prison, did he do something to piss that inmate off, and is that why they did what they did? I mean, I would really like to know the answer to that, because I'm hoping that he probably got so comfortable to the point where he was starting to make sly remarks and do all kinds of crazy stuff, and he probably thought he couldn't be touched, and he had to be brought back down to reality a couple of notches. I think you heard me say in the beginning of the video that he was listed in critical condition. I'm sorry about that. He's listed in stable condition, and he is expected to survive. I guess I was just, hoping that it was a little bit worse than what it actually is. But to the person that did this, aim a little higher and to the right next, to the left next time, just go ahead and, just aim a little bit to the left next time, just make it happen. But that's neither here nor there. So we all know, again, why he's in that prison is because he murdered George Floyd on May 25th, 2020, by standing on his neck, cutting off his air supply. And I don't know what kind of human, or whatever he is, because at this point he's not even human. I don't know what kind of individual you have to be to kill another man that's not a threat to you, especially when this man is on the ground in handcuffs. You could have left that there. And just, maybe you just told him, sit here and did whatever you had to do. You did not have to put your knee on this man's neck and kill him. And since you did, and you were so arrogant with it, like you are here in this photo, with your hands in your pockets, like you're just going for everyday stroll, like nothing's going on, when this man here is laying here losing his life, you have to be some kind of despicable individual. And I'm glad that you are in prison and you are in the condition that you are in, because that kind of lets you know how George Floyd felt. And I hope that you have the sentence that you deserve, and I hope that you have many, many horrible days, because if you would have been a stand-up police officer, and a good one at that, you wouldn't be in this mess. But sometimes you bring things on yourself, and for that I can't say that I'm sad that karma had to spin the block, as my brother would say. So yes, karma definitely spent the block on this one and got that ass, and I'm not too upset about it. Now, I don't know if it's standard protocol or I don't know, but the attacker that attacked Chauvin here was also taken to a hospital and for treatment and evaluation. So that leads me to further want to know what happened. Like, was there a fight between the two? Was there a conversation that led to a fight and Chauvin got the worst of the injuries? I would love to know what happened, just to see if this inmate's actions were self-defense or what have you. Even though I really don't care why the inmate did what he did, I'm just glad he did. The only thing that sucks about this whole situation is that the other prisoners that would get visits are not going to be able to get those visits right now, because visitation has been suspended at that facility, according to the FBI, I believe, because they are in the middle of investigating this, even though I feel like this doesn't even need an investigation. But I would like to know the name of this inmate that did this to Mr. Chauvin. Before you leave, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Because I don't see it here, but I would like to know their name and what they're in prison for, even though that doesn't really matter at this moment. But that also shows you too that I can't remember who it was, but one of the members of NWA said, take the badge off and basically get rid of your gun, and not in so many words, but take all that stuff off and let's just throw hands in the middle of a cell, and basically you wouldn't win. And that proves that once he was stripped of his badge and his title and all that other stuff that he had, he couldn't really fight. So therefore, this is what you end up with. That's why if you cannot win a fight without shooting or tasing or something someone, you shouldn't be out here trying to intimidate people. And maybe you could have been seen as a good cop, and you could have still been out here, had your job, had your life, and wouldn't have to be put in this situation. But no, you chose to be a race, a hole, and that is not a good thing to be. And in the facility that you are in, and most facilities like that, those kind of people don't do too well. So I don't know what's gonna happen after this. I don't know if the inmate is gonna come back and finish it off, or if they are going to just let it be what it is. But either way, you know, I bet he wished that he would have been a upstanding cop and been a good one, so he wouldn't have go through this situation. But that's neither here nor there. And if there are any other updates on this situation, I will be glad to bring them to you once I receive them. But unfortunately, guys, that brings me to the end of this video. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment down in the comment section below. And please, if you are not subscribed already, please make sure that you subscribe before you leave, because that helps me out so much. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.